All right, my name is Chef Chris Soa, and today I'm going to show you how to shuck clams. Okay, the first thing we're going to talk about is using the correct tool. We have a couple clam knives right here. If you can see this one right here, it does have like a sheep's foot kind of blade to it, and one edge is sharp, so kind of like a paring knife, but it's a little more heavier duty. It's a little thicker steel. We also have another example right here of another clam knife. This one would be used for bigger clams, as the blade is not as thin on it, so it cannot get into the smaller clams very easily. The next thing we're going to talk about is the stock tag. This is going to come with all your shellfish. This tells us the location that the clams were harvested from, the harvest date, and the species of clams. These ones are little neck clams from Virginia. So we're going to keep this. You are required by law to keep this with the shellfish as long as you have them in stock, and then 90 days thereafter, just in case anybody does get sick, they can trace it back to where it came from. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and scrub all of our clams, make sure we get any sediment off the outside of it, and then we're ready to go. So the first thing you can see I have on was called a cut glove. It's a very tightly woven fiber glove. It is breathable. There's no metal in it or anything. It is cut resistant and puncture resistant, so this is going to help us in case the knife slips in our hands. Because the clam knife does have a sharp edge on it and it does have a point, you can hurt yourself if it slips in your hand. You can also use a towel. You don't have to use a cut glove. I plan on using a cut glove because I want to save the juice. If you use a towel, if you're not careful enough, some of the juice can get soaked up by the towel, and we want to try to save the juice as much as possible. Okay. This cut glove is going to give us a better grip on the clam and also some added safety just in case the knife does slip. If we're going to serve this clam in the shell, if we're going to serve it raw, we're going to want to go ahead and get our knife out. We're going to put it right in the lip of the clam. We're going to cut right into it. Not this one, though. Just like that, we're going to wiggle the knife right in. Give it a little twist. I'm going to run the knife along the top of the shell to loosen that clam from the shell. So it's connected on both the top and the bottom of the shell. All right, so I'm going to loosen that up, open it up. Go ahead and finish removing it from the top shell. I can go ahead and twist this one off. And go ahead and remove the clam from the bottom of the shell. Again, trying to leave all the juice, all the clam juice, all the liquor in the clam shell if it was to be served raw just like this. So that one's ready to go just like that. Now, if we were going to use these for a different application, if we were going to serve them raw, we still want to save the juice. So it's important that if we're going to take the clams out of the shell for another preparation, such as clams casino, we want to save the juice. So we're going to open these clams over some kind of container, like a bowl or a 6-pan. But the same rules apply. You go ahead and fit the edge of that clam knife right in the clam. Get it all the way down. Give it a little twist to open it up. Separate the hinge. Detach the clam from the top shell. Open it up. We can go ahead and cut it from the bottom also, and then we can take our clam out and save all the juice. That way we can use it for clams casino or other preparations. And that is how we fabricate a clam.